What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Sarlacc Digest podcast. This is our impromptu. We just had to after all of the San Diego Comic-Con stuff that's going on. And of course, that was something that we've been talking about for a long time. Ever since the Haslab project was set to be announced, we all had these speculations, everything. So what happened was I got Scott Solo here with me.
What's up, nerds?
And we're here to kind of like discuss the big reveal today at Comic-Con. So we decided to do like this, like I said, an impromptu live, out of our kind of norm, out of our ordinary, just because you know what, everybody's talking about it, and we need to talk about it too. So yeah. So anybody that's joining us, get your comments in there. What we got to see and hear and listen to everything that you guys are reacting to. For the most part, it's been very, very positive.
Yes.
I haven't seen anything negative. Well, besides the normal stuff, but nothing major. But what was revealed today was something that, again, what we've been speculating this whole time was the ghost. We got the Rebels ghost. Huge reveal. Huge. Literally huge reveal. Yeah. So So Adam S joining us saying Phoenix Squadron mount up. Yeah, absolutely.
That's right.
Bootleg Joe stopping in, saying hi.
What's up, buddy?
Yeah, dude. So the ghost was revealed, which was like, I wasn't shocked. I think we had like a 99% chance of it happening.
2 or 3 weeks ago, we had talked about it. I mean, the speculation was all over the place, and a lot of what made sense was the ghost. Yeah. But we were looking at those breakdowns or those little teasers where it's like, okay, top turret is ready, rear turret or whatever. I'm not fluent in Arabic, unfortunately. But
the internet is. I mean,
the internet is.
Yeah.
So we were going over those, and we're like, a lot of this could be the ghost, and we really wanted it, and we were trying to think of the other vehicles that would have these features, that were mentioned. And then for me, whenever Comic-Con, they put out the glass case, and the glass case was really short. It
narrows it down even more, right? Like every time.
And I'm just sitting there going, it's the ghost.
Yeah. Well, Ubaldo T is out. Hello, everybody. Welcome, man. Adam S. Again, they love to throw you off on those teasers, which made me skeptical. 100%. Yes. Like those teasers came out, and we were like, okay, Ahsoka's coming out. It's about the rebels. It's ghost. And then you're like, wait a second. Shuttle Tydirium has rear turrets. Wait a second. The Marauder has rear turret. And we're sitting there going like, all right, now we're starting to like Adam saying, it starts putting doubts. Like,
we start second guessing ourselves.
Yeah, it is the 40th anniversary of Return of the Jedi. So, but they already have a shuttle. I mean, they've made a shuttle before. So the Ghost is the first time. It made more sense. So as they were revealing, and I know everybody was cheering, I was just like, yeah, of course. I mean, that's what I was basically expecting. Go ahead and throw
just
up
to have that confirmation, though.
Yeah,
to be sitting there watching a live video, because they didn't stream it for everybody. We were sitting at home waiting, and I'm like, okay, screw this. I know that we've got some friends of the family.
Yeah, I want to take
live.
Yeah, I want to thank Toying Around because he went live and we watched his live stream, and so thank you so much for putting that up and for letting us all share with that and stuff, because I'm surprised it didn't have like a Comic-Con live stream, but not in those smaller rooms, I guess,
but do yourselves a favor, subscribe to Toying Around. He's a great guy. He's very knowledgeable. He's one of Ernie's pals, so they do their I think he's on Boba Squadron, or is
Boba Squadron. So it's Kevin from Toying Around. Awesome dude. They do the Boba Squadron and everything. So they were in the Hasbro booth for us, getting us all the reveals. And there was a lot of reveals today, and I'm sure that we'll get into all of the Vengeance Collection stuff and Black Series. But again, we're here to kind of like reiterate the hype for the Ghost and check out and see who's backing it, because it's already over 50% backed within less than 6 hours.
I can.
Last
give you
time I checked, it was 54%.
We are currently sitting at, let me see, 4,463. That is up 11 in the last 5 minutes. So it is, it's consistently going up, which is great.
I'm expecting by Sunday to be the base threshold to be fully funded, the 8,000. And then the tiers, and here's the Hasbro did the promise. They said next time or following, from the future, when we reveal a Haslab, you're going to get everything right up front. You're going to get exactly what it is. The no secrets. Here's all the tiers right up front. Here's all the thresholds right up front, which everybody I thought appreciated a lot too. So Adam, so the hope the streams for GI Joe one tomorrow. I will follow him absolutely. I'm hoping that the guys on the floor there will do that again because GI Joe. I can't wait for that one too. Go ahead and play the video, Scott, and we'll talk about it about the reveal of.
I've got a couple things queued up, so stay tuned, folks. So we're gonna check this out real quick. This was the teaser video that was actually shown to the folks that were in the hall whenever it was going on. So of course there's no sound, so bear with me as I hit pause.
Don't you muted your? Well, now we can't hear you.
You can't hear me?
Oh, now we can.
Yeah.
Take a note there. Star Wars Ahsoka. Take a note.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Star Wars Ahsoka, and then the actual Haslab had nothing to do with Ahsoka other than the ghost being it. Phantom 1, Rebels crew. It's funny how that kind of plays into things.
Sort of. Yeah. There, I do have a point to that too. So let's check this out real quick.
Yeah.
So the Star Wars, my favorite vehicle, one of my favorite vehicles right there is this, the largest starship ever.
Yeah.
That made me go, oh God, how big is this thing going to be? Because the Falcon is pretty massive already.
And they verified it's bigger than the Falcon. Right there, pause it right there. So now we got the dimensions, and of course they had this thing on the floor too, and seeing it in front of people, that's where you get the perspective. Over 34 inches in length, 28 inches in width, 13 inches high. I think how big was the katana? Was that 48 inches?
The katana, I believe the katana was 48 inches long, but it's only like 1.5 feet tall. It's not that tall. So
this is shorter than that, but I'm looking at the Razor Crest. So I think the Razor Crest was 30 some inches in length. So
I don't know if it was that.
I think I'm looking at it maybe 28, 30. So it's gonna of course they said it's the biggest ship, bigger than the Falcon and stuff like that. But so this thing is massive, and that and that goes personally. That's one of my things too. Like I'm on the fence about back. It's not that I don't want it. It's just one of those things about logistics, all those things. I'm so thrilled that this is out there, and I want it to be funded because I want Haslab to continue. That's my thing. I don't know. I mean, here's the thing. It's like I want to support it, but I don't know if I'm going to. And it's just because my collection is kind of different. The way I do things a little different. So
whereas my collection, this is made for my collection. The majority of my stuff is 3 3/4 inch. So
this is like a do or die for you, because this is the only time you're going to get a ghost of this magnitude. I mean, if they do a smaller playset version down the line, I'm surprised they haven't yet. But no, this makes a lot of more sense for like the 3 3/4 collectors that have been collecting, since day one.
Man, every time I look at it, it's funny because I was having a conversation with my wife earlier, and I couldn't finish this.
I was going to ask you about that.
I couldn't finish a sentence because I was so excited, and I kept breaking into laughing as we were talking about it.
Right.
And she actually brought up to me, we're probably going to have to insulate and drywall our shed so I can move some of my collection out there so I can have room for it. That was what her response was. Idea. Yes. So she's like, we're gonna have to put some shelves up there. You got to move some of your collection out there. And I'm like, oh my God.
Okay.
All right. So I was pretty stoked about that. But okay, so we're looking at over 13 inch. We do have the Ghost Lego for the Ahsoka line.
I was just trying to catch up on the the Ghost, the leg for the Lego collectors. It's there, and This is I'm with Joey. Like, I don't have the real estate for this thing. I knew it was going to be like a 4 foot, whatever,
Mhm.
And like I said, I am not disappointed whatsoever. Trust me.
No,
Because
no.
I would have backed the shuttle Tidarium. I would have knocked out a wall for that thing. That's my favorite Imperial, ship. So
You just put it in your living room. There's plenty of room in there. You don't need
I got no one to answer
table.
to. So yeah, I don't really need a couch. So
yeah,
it's not. Yeah, it's again. I told you. You asked me if I was going to back, and I said it's not out of the possibility. It's like I haven't said no, and I have till September 9th, I believe, and we'll see.
September 6th.
6. Okay, cool. Yeah. Yep. Well, like I said, I'm 100% thrilled with it. We expected this going forward, and I couldn't be happier with the reveal.
Yeah. If anybody has any questions in the chat too, let us know. Just drop it in there because we did have some people on the floor today that have asked a couple questions. We won't have all the answers, but we might have some of the answers. So.
Exactly. So yeah, Adam's like he has no room either. But this one is my favorite ships or something. So something else will have to go. Yeah, I've heard that too. Like selling off something or making room for
Yeah.
Or finding a way to display this in a creative way where, it's elevated or something,
Yeah, it does that. And we'll get to that in just a second here.
Yeah.
Some of the other features, of course, let's see. We've got one of the galaxy's most famous starships. We've got the rotating turret right up there on top. It's really cool looking.
Yeah.
Let's see. What else have we got here? Some of the other features you've got.
Look at that. That's cool.
Oh my God. Now, this is interesting because that opens up to the bottom, to the bay, right? But that's your only access to the bay. That you can't, as far as I'm aware, you can't take off the top and get
unless there's some. I didn't see an elevator. Like I didn't see any kind of thing or that.
There shouldn't be. There should be a ladder. It's a ladder that runs into the back. Yeah,
I would assume so, but I didn't get any good references of that. So that is something to note.
If you look up here around the seam, that looks solid. That doesn't look like it's a removable piece.
Right.
So it doesn't look like it splits in half like that. But you can still access it and make some really cool photos from this angle. Oh, sure. It's really cool. Yeah. Let's see what else we got. We've got removable landing gear. Yay. Just like the Falcon.
Yep.
So that's exactly how the Falcon's landing gear are. What else have we got? We've got the Phantom
1.
2.
Is that the 2? Oh, okay. Oh,
yeah. That's the Phantom 2. No, the one they released the one about 10 years ago or so. No, not even 10 years ago. About 8-9 years ago. So my big question, nobody's there to ask this question though, is will the Phantom 1 be able to dock into it like the Phantom 2 does? I'd really like to know that. Yeah. But as you see right there in the Phantom 2, you also have you've got Chopper's head in there. We'll get a little bit more detail on that too. Yeah,
if Chopper was removable, I think they would have said, but yeah.
Right. And that was one of the questions I had. Is Chopper removable? And no, Chopper is not removable at all.
Just the aesthetic. Yeah.
Right, it's okay. I mean, I feel like it should be one of those Build-A-Droids like from Disneyland where you can, go put the whole thing together. You should be able to just pop that head right off so it doesn't look like Chopper is forever stuck.
I would 100%, and then another figure to go with the whole, the set.
Even if it's just his head, just for aesthetic looks.
Right.
Okay, so the secondary shuttle, the Phantom 2, and then you can see Hera sitting right in there. Now, here's the thing: you said that it is based on, we had the Ahsoka logo at the beginning. And the crew, the card backs for the crew is all Rebels based, right? And they're all wearing their Rebels uniforms from season 4 of Rebels.
Yeah.
However, Hera and Ezra
that's the actors.
That's the actors' likenesses.
Yeah.
So
you're right. And then
discrepancy there.
I've only seen the video once, so I wasn't really going through all the pinpoints. And I could have sworn it was the Phantom 1. That's why I was like, because 2 makes perfect sense, goes along with Ahsoka. I was just like, why would we revert back to like Rebels, the first couple seasons and with the Phantom 1 and this whole thing? But no, okay, boom. I take everything, strike it from the record.
All right, what else do we have here? We've got landing gear on it.
Yeah, I mean,
and you know that's a Clone Wars era vehicle too, isn't it? A Separatist vehicle, or is that a Republic shuttle? I don't remember.
I thought it was a Separatist shuttle, but I have to go revisit when we do our revisit with Rebels. I'm sure that'll.
Yeah, it'll definitely. Which I'm starting season 2 today, so woohoo! I'm getting a jump on that. So here we go. Here's some detailing. You've got Chopper, whose head moves around. You've got the got the canopy there, which lifts up. That's really cool. Let me see. Removable exterior panels on the actual ship itself.
It's kind of cool because like the whole like horizontal line just removes right from the cockpit all the way back to the engines.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
Yeah,
come on.
What a great play set, dude! Like great play set. Adam is also saying like Kanan wouldn't fit around the Ahsoka time. Like I said, all the characters that we'll get into those, they all say Rebels on them, but it was advertised as you know, Haslab, Ahsoka. I'm assuming they're using this as an Ahsoka Haslab, even though it's a Rebels, you know, thing.
Adam asking, did they say why they went with 2? Why they went with the Phantom 2? And I think not only is it Ahsoka though, but every single one of the figures is branded as season 4 of Rebels, and in season 4 they had the Phantom 2. So that there you go, man.
Yeah.
All right. So we're going to take a closer look at the interior here, and of course the front panel cockpit pops off. Look at that.
I absolutely love the variations in the chairs that they have. Come on, dude. You got Sabine's chair, you got Zed, you got them all there, and it's just like, wow. Really
the attention to detail is incredible.
100%.
So here we go. We're going to take a look at the interior of the cockpit with seating for 4 figures.
Yeah, I was sitting there going, oh, okay, that's cool.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
And you do, now, if you look, you do have the ladder left behind Sabine's chair right there for access to the cargo bay below. So that's interesting.
It is.
I mean, don't know if we get a better view of that.
Yeah.
What else have we got? We have got Hera in the pilot seat right there.
And they look great. Figures look great.
Okay. Now look here. I'm going to point the mouse back here.
It does look like it goes all the way down. Yeah,
it does. Yeah. So I don't know if you'll be able to get a figure in there, or if you're just going to lose all your accessories as they fall down there.
Yeah. The ladder.
The ladder. Exactly. So what else have we got here? A nose turret with adjustable gunner seat, which this thing is crazy. Watch the action this thing goes to, and really cool. Watch the gun below the seat. Watch what happens. Okay. Turns, locks into place, then it moves.
That's cool. Yeah, you're right about the attention to detail, man. It's like very, very impressive. I mean, because, and we'll get to this too, because we're not getting certain features. I think my opinion is these features that we're seeing kind of make up for it. But we'll get into that. Yeah.
We will, because if you look right here, there's a spot where one of those really cool features that it does not include should be, you know, right here, right there. There should be a little something that is not included for some reason with Star Wars Haslabs. They don't mind putting them on the G.I. Joe Haslabs.
Oh, G.I. Joe's full of them. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And we're talking lights, people. We're talking about lights.
Yeah, electronics. And I know that's a big sediment too around people asking too. So
detailed interior. Look at this walkthrough of the common area. You've got the picnic bench over here to the side. You've got the Jark table with the couches. You've got the chairs, and this is dead on accurate to the cartoon too. It's really, really well done. Then you move through the hallway into the living quarters. You've got a removable wall right here. At least I think it's a removable wall, or maybe they just took it out of the 3D rendering so you could see the full scale of it. But you've got the bunks over here. I don't know if the drawers open up where, you know, Kanan kept the holocron or anything, but of course it's scaled down because there should be 4
It's cabins. A playset. Yeah,
it's a playset. But still, with what we're getting, it is pretty damn incredible.
It's what to expect. Yeah,
exactly. It's like the Razor Crest. The Razor Crest was a scaled down version of this.
Like, honestly, what happens is on the outside of these ships look scale, you know, but like the playset version of it is a you know, not but still works, you know, still functions really well. So
if it was fully to scale, this thing would be
dude.
$800,000, you know?
Yeah.
So we're moving through the doorway here into the cockpit. Got the details right there on the panels. Look at that.
Yeah.
I didn't even realize she's got her computer station back there.
Yeah.
That is so great. Got the dining table right there.
They do such a good job on their promos, man.
Yeah,
they do.
They really do. And you see the walls now are in place, so it does separate the two cabins right there.
Yeah.
That is very cool. I just get more and more excited every time I see
Can I come over and play, Scott?
Absolutely. Now, the vehicle comes loaded already with Hera.
Yeah, so you're getting that's the base threshold, 8,000.
Yes, and I love this because I love Hera. Look at what she comes with here. She comes with her Kalikori. She comes with her gun. She comes with a Melaroon melon.
Yeah.
The thing that I hate about this is that these things are going to be impossible. I'm not going to be able to take this out of a package.
No, and that's like, well, okay. Even
crazy.
Did you hear like the cards that come with it? They on the back it does the Rebels mural too.
Yeah.
So it's that old fashioned mural. So it's hard to rip into these and like play. That's why I asked if they had. Me personally, like I'm an open box collector, but at the same time, like I would sell these or keep them or sell them off to somebody who would appreciate them, and then just use base figures for display.
Okay, well, when you order this thing, because you know you will, I'll buy your second set of figures so I can open them all up. Okay.
Okay.
So you're covered.
There you go. Done. Everybody's happy.
There's part of your cost right there, man. I just took, $150 off your plate right there or something.
That's true too. Hey, a lot of people are doing that too. Adam, I'm going to have to heat up the bubbles or take them off. Yeah, because like I said, the card backs are one of those things that I've heard that the 3 card backs do the whole Rebels mural, and that'd be awesome to frame. You know what I mean? And just have it framed like shadow box or something. That would be great. That'd be great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So here we go. We're going to start getting into the tiers now and let the tiers flow because these are pretty awesome tiers right
Yeah.
now.
Again, they just let it all out of the bag. Here's what you're getting. Here's the thresholds. Here's all the tiers. And thank you, Hasbro, for that. Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you, Hasbro, for doing it. But better late than never, man. Like if this is your thing moving forward, then you've already won. You've actually been very, like I said, the promise of transparency goes a long way because we actually did it a few days after you said you were going to.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So here we go. We're going to go with, more photos of Hera. Here we go. Look at that. I love that. All right.
Yeah.
8,000 backers needed by September 6th at 11:59 p.m.
Yeah. And that's your base threshold. That's Hera and the Ghost.
Hera and the Ghost.
Yeah.
All right. Next up. Tier 1 at 11,000, we get Ezra Bridger. And of course, it is the season 4 Ezra with the Lothcat. He's got his helmet, he's got his lightsaber extinguished, and just the hilt plus his blaster.
Yeah.
The likeness of the face is the actor from
Ahsoka. Crazy, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's crazy that the 3 3/4 got really good with that too. I've always applauded the Black Series for having that likeness and everything. And 3 3/4 is
And they announced Thrawn this week or Thrawn today also. And it was Thrawn from season 3 and 4 of Rebels, but the likeness was straight up like a human. A blue.
Yeah. They did a realistic version of what the cartoon, not Mickelson, right? So
right.
Yeah.
It's more like what you would expect from the character from the novel or something.
Yeah.
So but the Lothcat's incredible. I love that they're including a Lothcat with them,
dude. It's like they could have just went, here's a figure, man. No, they did like a whole accessory pack with these guys,
Oh yeah.
And Kanan's absolutely amazing at 14,000 tier 2 unlocked. You get Kanan.
Yep. And it's
with
Kanan,
the burnt eyes, and then it's just come on.
The alternative heads. You've got the mask. Everything they should be doing with just about every single figure with the alternative heads and all the accessories. It looks great, but the goal is 14,000. So, tell a friend, buy a couple of them. We got to reach these goals because we're not done yet.
Yeah.
Then we go to tier 3, and tier 3 is
I want that Canyon and Black series too, Adam. Sorry. Yes.
yeah.
He wants it. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah.
Tier 3 unlock is Zeb. I mean, it's Zeb. He looks fantastic. He looks just like the Black Series version I've got right up there. Just, smushed down a little bit. He looks fantastic. 17,000. I don't think this is out of the realm of possibility whenever it comes to not what are we 5 hours into this thing? And when last I looked, we were at 4,463 backers. Now we are at 4,511 backers.
Yeah.
So
we are
going to
go
continuously.
Mando Mike's joining us. Yeah, I didn't know you guys are streaming. Neither did us. About a half an hour ago, we decided to like kick on, hey, you know what? We have to get our 2 cents in here too. So and I will answer your yes, Mando's messaging me on the side there. I'm like a 90% 10, 10%, 90-10 that as far as like not backing. It's not that because like I said before, it's not on my realm of possibilities that I won't back this last minute or whatever, or maybe I'll reorganize in my head what I'm doing. But right now, it just it doesn't fit my collection. Like I said, I'm a Black Series collector. I didn't want to go deep into the vintage collection ships because I'm all about the Jazzwares. You know what I mean, like the micro galaxies.
But at the same time, I've been slowly kind of sending 3 3/4 inch vehicles his way.
Yeah, I mean, my thing is, I have a very, very bad habit of like getting one thing and then I got to go backtrack and get everything. And of course, that's one of those sicknesses that I got to deal with.
I think we're all a part of that sickness, man. We are.
Yeah,
and I'm the biggest enabler whenever it comes to, hey, Marco, look at this.
Adam Dragonfly had like 7,000 backers pushing the final days. They had like 7,000 backers within like 30 hours. I mean, it was crazy to get to that 23,000 when we were sitting at, I don't know, like the tier 2. Stuff barely tier 2, so this will have that exact same thing, that last minute push and everything. And I know so Zeb is like the tier 3 unlock, right? There's no tier 4.
Yes,
I'm wondering if they're gonna if they will add a tier 4 Sabine at 20. I honestly, like, if it goes up to the thing, because to me Sabine is missing out of this because the card backs.
I mean, an official Chopper, I mean,
like those two, like Sabine and Chopper. I mean, to really have a definitive, like we talked about this, a definitive Rebels Ghost Crew and everything. I mean, why leave out those two, right?
Yeah, there's no reason to. And if you're saying the back of the card features the entire mural whenever you put them all together,
it does.
It makes absolute sense to add those two characters
just
in
as
because
bookends on something. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And so I'm wondering if that would be something. And they promised they're going to be upfront and transparent. But I think Razor Crest had it. I think
they did it with the Razor Crest. Yeah.
Had extra tiers, and they just was like, "Hey guys, we're gonna have to." I think the Sentinel or Galactus, one of the two. Oh, did they?
Unicron did too, because Unicron, I don't remember him having all the accessories originally that they were putting out, but there was such a big push that they added
and I want
more.
to think that his tank did one. I think I'm not. I think there was one that they've added like last because it was funded so fast.
His tank was confusing though. It was like, okay, you've got to be one of the first backers to get this figure. But then you didn't really have to be one of the first backers to get the figure, and then they added more figures.
Well, it was like, here's the driver, and then here's the color variation that you get to pick at this, and it's almost the same figure. But so we got like two drivers, different color variations.
A gunner, Cobra Command. Anyway.
Which is cool. Hey, more the merrier, dude. So.
Yeah. So, all right, here we are. So 17,000, we're going to get Zeb Aurelius, which is funny watching the cartoon again and hearing anytime Hera's pissed at him, she calls it like a bomb. She uses every single name. Zeb Aurelius. It's great.
Yep.
So, okay. Join the mission, bring the ghost to life, and HasbroPulse.com for details, blah, blah, blah. So there we go. That was the video, the promo video.
Yeah.
This is the page though where you actually get to see some of the photos.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can get some of these photos going.
So after the panel, they, like I said, they put it on the floor. right?
Yeah.
They brought it to the floor. There's a crowd around them, and they're bringing everything in. And I got to tell you, Scott, like,
yeah,
all the Haslabs that we've been following, they've never had a complete vehicle to show like this looked like it was already injection molded, like ready to go. It did not look 3D because the way they were handling it, it didn't look like it was the 3D printed fragile. Like when they brought out the Dragonfly and when they brought out his tank and the Razor Crest, they were, this had the paint apps ready. I mean, it looked like it was ready to go. You know, do you think that okay?
Who knows what happens on my computer?
Yeah, yes. Exactly. Do you think that this will? I didn't see on that Haslab page if they had a initial release. Was it fall of next year, spring of next year?
I since the audio was kind of bad in that video, so I wasn't able to hear what they said. But I have scoured that page so far, and I haven't seen anything yet as to a eventual release date. But I do have the live action reel right here where we can see them actually flying the ghost onto the floor at Comic-Con. So
yeah,
I'm gonna hit play real quick so we can see them setting this thing up.
Yeah,
look at how massive that thing is in that guy.
And like I said, if this was a 3D printed model, they wouldn't bring it out this close to people to touch, and it wouldn't be like they're manhandling it, right? That they would not be that together. And so that, like I said, I was like, man, they had this thing in the works from a year ago,
Now look at that. Oh shit. Okay. I'm just gonna go. It's dealing with Facebook and the reels. Yeah, I can't scroll. But all right. So if you look at the size of the port right there, where the Phantom 2 goes in, I think the Phantom 1 will go in there too. Because right here we're about to get a shot of the Phantom 2 in that port, and there is plenty of additional room.
That's a great question for them to ask. Yeah, exactly.
I think you're right. Extra room. Yeah.
Yeah. 100%.
So
yeah, exactly. That's someone losing control in their car and all of the ghosts.
I know, right?
They're watching the stream. Mando Mike is also saying, let's see what he said here. Only thing I have maybe issue is Chopper wasn't pictured outside the Phantom 2. I hope he's not molded in and not a figure. No,
he's not. He's not an additional figure. He is not molded onto the ship. I think
like an accessory.
I think there's like a screw or something that actually holds him in. So I'm pretty sure you can, if you want to get inventive, you could probably remove him.
If anybody could do it, Mando Mike can do it. So.
Mando Mike can, yeah. So, all right, here we go. We got some Garazeb Aurelius. We've got Ezra, Blurry as. There we go. Now, does that not look like the dude from Community?
Yeah.
I don't know if you're familiar with Community, but
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah. But you see the Loth Cat right there, and you see the Biker Scout helmet. Which
again, everything's done.
Great.
Like September 7th, this thing should be shipped.
Feels like it, huh?
I mean,
I think they've got it built. They were really confident. They knew it was going to go, so they,
that's good. That's a good point too, right? Like, Oh, $500? Yeah, we got this. Just build it. Just go ahead.
Yeah, go for it. We just don't know the quantity yet. So all right. So what else do we have here? I might have to skip real quick if I get another car accident going. Now, that look right there. He looked. Thank you, Mando Mike. Abed. Yes, Abed from Community. Yes. That Kanan figure looks great. Incredible. Yeah, he really does.
Great. Yeah.
All right.
Two different haircuts too. Here. That's great.
Yeah. Here we got the Phantom 2. Oh, dude, look at that. I mean, this is all the sample that they had on the floor too. This is,
like I said, and I mean,
look at the stairs.
Renders be damned. That it totally goes down. So it's like, you're right. You might not be able to throw figures in and out, but it's aesthetically there, and
that hatch probably leads down into the chamber where so if anything does fall in there, you can just reach into the chamber and pull it out.
100%.
So that's pretty cool. Yeah.
100%. Yeah.
What else have we got? And thank you to Jorge Medina, who I'm pilfering your reel here.
Yeah, give credit. Yeah, absolutely.
That's right, man. Oh my God.
Yeah.
I'm speechless.
I agree with Mando Mike's right here. He said the cockpit beats the Razor Crest by far. It's a great detail shift for sure. Yeah, I was looking at all this stuff and all the interior and stuff, and it beats the Razor Crest. Yeah. And the Razor Crest is impressive.
Yeah,
so and the paint apps on this thing is great too.
That's
here we go. Yeah.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Well, I was just going to say, you're looking at all these things and the opportunities for electronics is all there, like ship, engine glow, interior. I mean, of course, we always, as fans, we're always like, but, we want this, and then Mando he wants to put lights in. First thing I thought, I was like, those things need lit. They need lit up,
Yeah. And, you could, I want to say you can easily do this. You could probably put the lights in the engine compartments right there and run the wiring into that compartment bay where the hatch is.
Yeah.
So you have easy access to changing batteries or whatnot if we have to do it ourselves,
Yeah. Yeah.
Or if Mando Mike has to do it for us. So,
hey, the third partiers out there, man, they know what they're doing.
Yeah.
So and I think that's what sometimes the Hasbro teams probably say that too. They're like, yeah, $500. I think anything more kind of be like people, backing out. But the customizers out there will throw the electronics in, and yes, it'd be a great bonus. Like I would, even if it didn't have figures and it was fully lit, electronics and sounds. I think that's good because figures, like I said, they come with on the main line, and you can always load it up with figures.
Yeah. So Flavy Davy, one of our Patreon members, he was actually on the floor. He took a whole bunch of photos of this thing in person and sent them to me. And oh my God, I'll probably have them loaded up. I'll see if he doesn't mind if I take them, and I'll load them up in our next episode next Wednesday. So
yeah,
man,
it's great. We've been saying this before. It's like, Haslab and Star Wars, when it comes to Star Wars collecting, needs a win. We need a win on this so bad. And that's why I'm like, look, I might not, and it might be a little contradictory for me to say, it's like, I might not be backing this, but this needs to be backed at the same time, because, it's just, there's a lot of factors that goes into the decision of spending $500 on a vehicle, the room where it's going to take, and then the repercussions
of decision.
Yeah, but also, like, what does that mean for your collection too? Because it's not just a standalone. To me, it's not. I mean, it can't. For some people, it could be. For myself and my mentality, it's very hard for it to be like a one and done, thing, and it sets a dangerous precedent. So
I get it, but at the same time, I'm like, dude, it's like.
But I don't count. I never.
It's only going to be done once.
I'm not. That's I've missed out on so much on like vintage vehicles. And like I said, that's why I appreciate the Jaguars, the Micro Galaxy so much, because it's like something I got from the ground up, and they're $20, $30. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I can have like all the ships that I want, and I know they're scaled and whatnot, but this is great, man. Like I'm really happy that this was a thing. Yeah, the $500 price tag, we kind of called that too. Like, it was about $500-$600. I think no less than $500 was what we were saying. If it was going to be the Ghost.
And if you're a Pulse Premium member, of course, you get the free shipping, because I did hear that if you're not a Pulse Premium member, the shipping on it is actually $51. Okay, wow. So it's because it's big. It's big plus and tax. It's heavy.
Yeah, plus tax. So you're almost looking at about $600. So.
Probably, yeah. So just keep that in mind. The Hasbro Premium Hasbro Pulse Premium is still a $50 fee, and you get free shipping for all of it. I don't know how for a year. I don't know how they manage it, how they make a profit off of that thing, because they still insist on shipping every figure individually, even if they all belong in the case together. I
said that the other day. I said I just got like 2 waves of figures, like waves, like an indie wave and the indie, and they all came in individually and not even the same day. I'm like, come on, talk about like environmentally, saving the environment, Hasbro guys. Like
today I received Shipwreck and Scrap Iron in the same box.
Did you?
From them. I know. Congratulations, Hasbro! You figured out how to put 2 figures in a box together.
Yeah, not mine. I got Scrap Iron today, but I got the rest of the wave individually throughout 4 days. So
ridiculous.
yeah.
But I mean, some of these renders, I mean, even the renders look great, but I mean, they've got this thing in hand in San Diego, and it looks like this. This is incredible.
I'm thoroughly impressed on how far they are already on this thing. So I know that they're watching the numbers going like, yeah, man, we got, I think it's nothing's safe, of course, but right. Being that transparent and everything out there, people know what they're getting. And it's not like the Rancor was like funded, like 50% in the first couple days, and then the tiers started coming out and it got defunded. As the tiers were coming out, it got defunded. Like it not defunded, but like it went backwards. Every tier they announced, it got backwards.
And I was having this conversation with the 1313 boys today. They were streaming about this earlier, and I said they really did themselves a disservice by ending the Rancor before the Book of Boba Fett ended. They should, and we've talked about this on the show before, where they should have kept that going, and the final tier should have been a Boba Fett with a saddle. If
timing is everything.
It would have funded.
Yeah. Timing is everything in this thing, because relevancy on shows, movies, toys like this is coming. And yes, I said like, it's a whole Rebels package, but the title says Ahsoka, and it puts you in that mind frame like 30 some, or like we're like 40 days away. Ahsoka is coming in. Of course, this is playing a big part of it. It's pushing it right into the promotional aspects of a Star Wars show. Even timing. Most of the figures that were announced today too, yes, they went back and introduced some Kenobi figures and some other things, but at the same time, they're giving us a lot of like, Rebel stuff and,
we're getting pre Vizsla. I mean, they're leaning into the Mandalorian myths, and the myth of the dark saber.
And I don't know why that's not a bullet point on their marketing. Like, a Kenobi series is coming out. We should have Kenobi figures, and now it's not 6 months after the series, and nobody cares anymore. You know what I mean? It's
That's one thing I will say though about the announcements that they made today. Whenever it comes to the Black Series figures, and that is. It was Ahsoka, Sabine. They all had, if you looked at the bottom of the screen, they all had a release date of fall 2023.
Yes.
So they're supposedly coming out around the time the show's coming. And I'm like, congratulations, Hasbro. You've made it back to 1999. You can do this.
Yeah.
So Adam is hilarious here. They are definitely losing money between this and 2 Dragonflies.
Wow. Cool, man. Yeah, and then this one here, the Rancor. Yeah, this was funny too, because like,
I'm sorry,
the Rancor was going backwards until they did Malakili, right, and then it started going forward, but it was only 500. It did a surge and was 500 units away from being base tiered, like threshold, not even getting those other ones, but it was 500 away from that, and then because people saw it not. Like, look, we're not doing this. So I'm not going to, spend this much money just for a Rancor. It went. Yeah, it was just a disaster. And like, I don't know if I'm in the minority, but I'm like, guys, put it out again. Do it. Restart. Redo it again. Put a saddle. Do this. Do that. Whatever. And lower the threshold numbers. I mean, come on. You guys put that time into it, and people do want it.
I don't think they have to lower the threshold numbers. I think for something like that, it all has to be about, like you said, the transparency. It has to be about the expansions, the tiers in it. Put it out there. We're still going to give you all this, but look at this. Here's Boba Fett with the gaffy stick and the saddle. And I bet you, man, I'm not a gambling man, but I bet you.
Yeah. So if you do, Hasbro, and if you do come across the video, don't do it right away. I mean, we just had the Joe Haslab, we had this. Give us some time
next year. Next year.
Yeah, exactly.
Like around this time next. No,
right.
Don't do it around this time next year. I want another ship. So.
yeah, right.
So, man.
But so Scott, you're getting just one.
Yes, I am going to get one. I have not yet. I don't have the guts to say, hey, 2 would really be kind of cool. Because Kevin, he bought 2 Sky Strikers and he sold one immediately, and it paid for both of the Sky Strikers.
Sure.
So he got
a lot of people do that. Yeah.
But I honestly think that the more of these they make, the less, of course, the less you're going to be able to sell one for. And
Yeah,
I don't want to
but
sell one. I want.
You know what's funny, Scott? Like
What's
the
that?
minute the Dragonfly time was up, the minute all the Facebook groups and everything, oh, I missed it. Has anybody else got one? I was like,
Oh my
wow.
God.
And you guys even got an extra 24 hours because of the app mishap, and it's still people. So
Wow.
the whole thing about taking a Haslab, buying one to flip it it's not scalping, because people have every equal opportunity of getting one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not like you're buying them all from a store and then reselling them. So
Yeah.
you know, and if you buy two to sell the ghost for an extra set of figures,
That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking right there.
Even if you get your money back on it, but you have an extra set of figures, you know, like as far as your second one, you know, I mean, it's all there for the taking. You know, it makes perfect sense to do it. So, see, look, Mando just said it right now. Already somebody in the RC group said that he can't afford it now and have to pay double later on. That sucks. I don't, I mean, it just,
What can you do, man? Look at the top view of this
Adam,
thing.
Adam, that's I know, right?
It's gorgeous. Okay.
A Black Series Haslab since the Rancor fell. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think that they have to first, as a Black Series collector, and you said you are too. They have to start, I think, restructuring their releases in waves that make sense to, like I said, relevant shows, and finishing. Okay, perfect example, and I see them leaning towards it, because look at the pipeline reveals for the Black Series that were today, and they were all prequels. They were all Attack of the Clones. They had the Droidekas. They had the freaking Supers battle droid, and 3PO with the battle droid with 3PO's head. Those are everything that we've been asking for droids, and we've been asking for aliens. And I think that's a great lean into stuff. So they have to start winning people back on Black Series before they announce another Haslab Black Series. And I don't know what it would be. Ships are hard, man, because they're just huge. They're just
massive,
huge. I mean, probably bigger than a Ghost. An ATST would be great. I think cool. Because it's vertical.
I'm only 10%, about 10% in on Black Series anymore. I've dropped so much, and I'll get Pre-Vizsla because he'll fit right up there with the rest of my.
Pre-Vizsla is no brainer. Yeah.
But I'm not interested in the others. It's like the Ahsoka they announced today. The Black Series Ahsoka is the same figure we got for Mandalorian. So I don't.
Did they announce a Black Series Ahsoka, or was that
they did?
Oh, it was?
And Sabine.
I thought it was vintage.
And Sabine. No, well, both. They announced both.
Oh yeah. But they were the live action. They're the live action ones. Yeah. So
so don't need it. But
you don't need it.
I don't need it. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I'm only about 10% in on Black Series because they're doing such a damn good job on the vintage collection.
Yeah.
So
I mean, when it comes to vehicles and stuff, sure. Yeah. You can't beat the details that Black Series provides. It's just, it's more better. Okay.
It is more better. Damn it, it's more better.
Tomorrow, guys, to Saturday, what is it, the 22nd?
Yes.
Yeah, 22nd. There are going to be some pre-orders. So if you're watching this and you catch us before that, just remember, I think Hasbro Pulse has some pre-orders, a lot of vintage collection pre-orders, and a few Black Series pre-orders. Before we sign off too, I am, besides the Haslab stuff, I am 100% thrilled that the holiday stuff is coming back too. We'll be doing some of that stuff on the regular show, because I'm all in on. I think those are fun and a great and the perfect way to say exclusives. And here's Target version and Walmart and stuff. That is what exclusives in my mind should be. They are bonus figures. They're not mainline figures. They're fun holiday things.
They don't matter. They don't matter to canon. It's just fun.
I hope they double up on the Halloween, but we got more Christmas versions of it and some great ones like a K2 droid, a Jawa.
I like the snow trooper that was a snowman.
The snow trooper, come on, man! And then the other trooper that was Nutcracker. Nutcracker, dude.
Yeah,
awesome. I love it.
The one thing that didn't make an appearance was Indiana Jones, unfortunately.
Yeah. So yeah, Mike, I'm 100% agree. So another, the Ewok too. Oh my God, dude.
Yeah.
The one thing that's coming up again is HasCon, and that's in September.
Yeah, September. Okay. That's where they announced Indiana Jones last year.
That's the Adventure series, and Indiana Jones is not on that slate. You know, they had everything, Dungeons and Dragons, boom, 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 and
Power Rangers. Yeah,
I don't know why. I hope we get an answer either way. I hope they say, hey, that was a fun, but there's not enough support, or because the Dollar Destiny didn't do anything. I don't know what their excuse is, but there's a lot more figures they can go, and people are buying them. So I don't understand why they just couldn't continue with that unless they just have nothing to announce at HasCon. You know what I mean?
Right. And you can argue until the cows come home that they're all going on clearance. They're not. It's the exclusive figures, Kazim and Obi-Wan, Club Obi-Wan Indy, that are going on clearance.
Yeah.
And the retro figures are going on clearance. The mainline figures of the Adventure series are on sale right now for $17, which is a good price, but they're not on clearance, folks. They're just hard to get. So
I mean, we'll see, man. I just got Helena in today to complete the Temple of Doom build of thing. So
cool.
I know it is. I love every one of those figures. But anyway, this was a impromptu. I hope everybody enjoyed it, and everybody's excited about Haslab making a comeback for Star Wars. Star Wars needs a win in this, and it looks like it might get it.
Let's see. We were at 4,421. We are at 4,595, almost 4,600.
Yeah.
So this thing's gone up 200, over 200 since we started 53 minutes ago.
Yeah. And as more wives start saying yes, and you'll get even more. Like when the wives are in on it, you just, all right, try your luck with 2. I don't know.
Man, I backed that thing so fast that I saw the next number after I backed it up was 69. I missed it by 1. I missed it by 1. I was number 68.
Yeah, I'll let you guys know in the future if I decide to back it. Like I said, I'm all for it being back to stuff like that. Just that
do it.
Yeah, I'd rather, I don't know. Like I said, I have the His tank coming in. I got the Dragonfly that just funded. And about 75 pre-orders of figures that we have out there already, and this is like another thing that's getting a little bit out of hand that you have to take a look and go, okay, slow down.
Yeah. But, it's gotten out of hand again. It slowed way down for a bit, and oh wow, look at that, 4605. So we're already over 4,600. I'm going to be doing this for the next, next Wednesday. I'll let you guys know where we stand. So
yeah, it'll be funded by then. We don't know what tier will be out, but it'll be funded by then. I'm pretty confident on that. So, if you don't have anything further, I think this was cool. We'll try to do this more often, by the way, too.
I'm going to quote Adam right here. Don't think, just do it, Marco. Jesus.
Yeah. Thinking's not my strong suit. If you look behind me. Yeah.
No, I don't have anything else to add. I think this is I think this is a once in a lifetime opportunity to get a super cool vehicle. Rebels, we've been saying for a long time now that Rebels is an absolutely fantastic cartoon. After Empire Strikes Back, which is my favorite movie of all time, Rebels is my favorite Star Wars of all time. Other than Empire, I have
with Ahsoka, it's even going to get more popular. So
yeah, it's going to get more better.
More better. Yeah.
More better. It's going to get more better.
Let's exit with this. Final number guesses. Anybody in the pit there? Final number guesses. Mando has a specific number. It's 34,761.
Wow.
I'm going to say 23,000.
23,000?
That's a respectable number.
I'm going to go with 26. I'm going to go with 26.
A little higher.
50.
All right.
Yeah, a little higher. I honestly think that.
Just a little higher.
A little higher. Yeah. All right. Adam's
coming in at 19,507. That's a respectable number too, because it's like right at that where like that $500 price tag, a couple thousand over the tier 3.
Playing it safe. I like that.
Playing it safe. But all 3 tiers, but all our numbers have all 3 tiers funded too.
Yes, I know.
I think that once they open up to the European market, as they do usually like a week before or whatever.
Is it not open already to the
I don't know.
Because I don't know how it works anymore, because I know they are now open to all. So I don't know.
Gotcha. Yeah. So so we might be getting those numbers too, huh?
I did hear that Australia still does not have access, and I saw a couple of people complaining that they didn't have access to it. So,
they're getting there. I know Hasbro announced like 19, 20 more countries. Not too long ago, like that they're expanding, so they'll get there. But like Australia should be no brainer. There's a lot of fans out there.
It's a freaking continent, man. Get people their Razor Crest, their ghosts. People need ghosts down and
under. Go back and get the Razor Crest.
They need ghosts down under, so they can get a crikey yuck on a ghost. Sorry.
Again, special thank you to Toying Around for being on the floor and bringing us that coverage. I'm looking forward to tomorrow and see who's got the G.I. Joe classified, coverage also. And then I'm done. Like Comic-Con, I'm done after that. Like after the classified announcements, I'm good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because classified is I don't know how many sculptors they have right now, but they need to slow down.
Well, they need to have a long conversation with the guy that sculpted Falcon's face. But other than that, yeah, they're doing a great job.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know where that one came from. Like they stepped on it and said, "Hey, this is good. It's fine."
It came from the bottom of a bottle of Jameson. That's where that sculpt came from.
Someone's quality control that was skipped it.
Yep. That's all I got, man.
Cool. The barge was $900 to ship from US to Australia.
Wow.
Don't like it. Can't
it just go from China? They're a little closer.
Yeah. All right, guys. So again, everybody who's joined us on the live and on the replay, thank you so much. Make sure to join us every Wednesday as we break down everything from Star Wars rumors to news to theory crafting, all the latest and greatest. Bookmark Starlight Digest podcast as your one-stop Star Wars everything. We'll break it all down to you. So yeah, again, more impromptu shows to follow. We'll do this more often without telling anybody, or we'll try to be a little bit better by organizing it better and doing it
instead of just, hey Marco, let's do this. Okay.
Yeah, I go, we need to. Why aren't we doing this now? So no, it was fun. I always like to talk about this stuff, of course, and it'll save us more time for next Wednesday to talk about everything else that's going on in Star Wars and to start breaking down Rebels and Thrawn and everything. So again, thank you everybody in the pit.
Episode. Yeah, check out our last episode too, where we do a breakdown financially of where sounds kind of boring, but it's actually a really good conversation of where we stand as a report card to Kathleen Kennedy and Lucasfilm and Disney.
For everybody that's pro and con Kathleen Kennedy and Lucasfilm and Disney, we break down the numbers. We break down the
profit margins. We break down the fan scores, the critic scores, mix it all up, kind of put it in a blender and come up with our own score as to how we feel and I wasn't even here, but how we feel about Lucasfilm's performance right now.
That's what we do. We'll address rumors and all that stuff, but we also like facts, and we also like to kind of look at reality besides speculation. Speculation is fun too, but that's what we do. So we pride ourselves in that and facts.
That's right.
All right, cool. Then, well, thank you, Scott, for joining me this evening.
Of course.
We'll see everybody on Wednesday. Like, subscribe, tell a friend.
That's right. Bring a friend next Wednesday.
And with that, Scott,
keep it nerdy, everybody.